الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم لا علم لنا الا ما علمتنا انك انت العليم الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Teachers come to us in many forms, alhamdulillah, and there was this one quote that I came across. This was last year, and it really resonated with my heart. So I wanted to share that with you. It's by a man called Les Brown, and he said, "Imagine, if you will, being on your deathbed and standing around your bed are the ghosts of the ideas, the dreams, the abilities, the talents given to you by God, and that you, for whatever reason, you never acted on those ideas, you never pursued that dream, you never used those talents. We never saw your leadership, you never used your voice, you never wrote that book. And there they are, standing around your bed, looking at you with large angry eyes, saying, 'We came to you, and only you could have given us life. Now we must die with you forever.' The question is, if you die today, what dreams, what ideas, what abilities, what talents, what gifts would die with you?" And that really actually resonated with my heart. So I don't know how you felt about that, but they say that the potential of a human being is way up here, and yet we're functioning way down here. We as a human race, we're simply surviving where we should actually be thriving. It is only when we are truly thriving that we can expect to experience true success and prosperity, which is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us for. We're living in a time where we see there's no blessings in our lives. And what is life? But at the basic sense, it's the time which is ticking away. It's the seconds, the minutes, the days, the hours, the weeks, the years. So what do we mean by blessings in our lives? Yes, we may be very busy being busy, as I would call it, and doing lots of things. But quantity doesn't mean that we're actually living quality lives. It doesn't mean that we're truly living quality-filled lives, lives that we can look back on and say, you know what, I had one shot at this, and I'm so grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all that I've been able to achieve. We have children, yet we see no blessings in our children. We go out to earn a livelihood, yet we see no blessing in our money. We give a life, but we have no blessings in our health. What is the difference between those who are truly living successful lives compared to those who are not? The ones who live lives filled with true blessings, they're the people who live their lives striving towards goals. You know, they have a goal to work towards. They say that he who aims at nothing achieves nothing. So if you aim at nothing, you're not going to achieve anything in life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God has created every human being as a goal-seeking organism. We need something to aim for. To roam around the earth without a clear purpose is not befitting to us as human beings. Those that have been gifted with intellect, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us with intellect. And if we're simply feeding our stomachs and procreating, having children, then there's no difference between us and animals that roam around aimlessly in life. The Prophet, peace be upon him, he said, "Take benefit of 5 before 5. Your health before your old age. Your health before your sickness. Your youth before your old age. Your health before your sickness. Your wealth before your poverty. Your free time before your preoccupation, and your life before your death." As human beings, we've been given two purposes. We've been given two reasons for living. We've been given a divine purpose in life, which is mean that we truly know and experience Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while we're having this physical experience as a human being. We awaken to the divine presence. So we die before we die. We experience that connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while in this physical body. This is our divine purpose. Where our hearts are preoccupied in the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every state that we're in. And we also have a personal purpose in life, which is beyond our immediate roles and responsibilities in life. A purpose that is our service, is our khidmah to society, what we have been created for, and what really makes us tick and makes us come alive. As you can see, for me, it's talking. So I feel that this is my purpose in life, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me the gift of the gap, so I can benefit humanity with this, inshallah. So we can achieve so much more in life, in quality and in quantity, when we can take care and live a balanced life. When we learn to actually lead our own lives and don't simply let life just happen to us. Is life just simply happening to you, or are you actually taking an active role in your life? They say you should be in the driving seat of your life. Are you actually the driving seat of your life, or are you simply the passenger? The Prophet, peace be upon him, he would have time for his family, he'd have time for the people, he'd have time for his own personal chores, and he'd have to have time for his Lord. He managed his life in such a way, and this is why he was the most effective and the most influential human being that the world has ever seen. So what direction are we steering our own life, and how are we leading our own lives? Has anybody watched the movie Groundhog Day? Yeah. So Groundhog Day is about a weatherman who simply is living the same day over and over again until he breaks free from it. Are our days simply a repetition of yesterday, the day before, the week before, the year before, the decade before? If that's what's happening, if our days are simply just a repetition of every other day, then don't be fooled. You're either moving forward in life or you're moving backwards in life. And if you're not actively taking a hold of your own life and setting yourself goals and actually working towards them, make no mistake, but you are actually going backwards in life. You should be able to take a stock of your life on a daily basis, track your progress, and if you're not doing that, then you're actually putting yourself in a situation where you have absolutely no clue on your progress or the lack of it. You need to take an account, and you need to take an account daily. Do you have a morning ritual or a nighttime before going to bed ritual? Or what will your time be utilized for tomorrow? Okay, you've got your bills and you've got your chores and all of those things, but then are you actually setting yourself personal goals? Where are your goals for your spiritual development? Where are your goals for your health development? Because I'm telling you, without your health, you can't do anything. So are you actually working on your health? Because that is an imana from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's a trust. What about nurturing your relationships? Are you actually setting goals where you're actually saying, you know what, I haven't actually gone to see my parents, I'm going to go and spend some time with my parents, I'm going to go and do hidmah for my parents. I haven't seen such a person, I haven't seen such an uncle, I haven't seen such a friend. I need to go up and check on them. I need to make sure that they're okay. Are we actually setting ourselves relationship goals? Are we setting ourselves goals for our community? You know what? I need to go and serve my community. They need me. Alhamdulillah, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me wealth, or He's given me health, is there somebody in the community that's suffering from health issues? Maybe I can go and see to them, ask them if they need help. Are we setting ourselves personal goals on our own studies? Because we should be studying from the cradle to the grave. We should be seeking knowledge from the cradle to the grave. Am I actually learning? Am I learning something new? Whether that's knowledge for the dunya or whether that's knowledge for the akhirah, am I learning something? And if we're not actually progressing, if we're not actually looking at all of these areas of our life and actually setting goals for ourselves, like I said, make no mistake, you're actually going backwards in life. I want to end with a quote by Shams Tabriz. It says, no matter what people call you, you are just who you are. Keep to this truth. You must ask yourself, how is it you want to live your life? We live and we die. This is the truth that we can only face alone. No one else can help us. So consider carefully what prevents you from living the life, living the way you want to live, because ultimately you will be asked about your life and the way you've lived it. You can't on that day point fingers and scapegoat and say, my situation was such and such. This person, such and such, stopped me from living my life in a certain way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's given you intellect, He's given you power. He's the one who is your provider. How is it that you're living your life? Because ultimately you will answer to Him. I have a friend here in the audience, Ghazala, and you know, we used to wait outside and catch the van to go to counter school, and that simply, literally feels like it was a blink away. And now, that was probably when you were 11 years old, and now I'm going to be 41 next month. I know I don't look an age, a day over 21. But, you know, I'm going to turn 41 next month, and subhanAllah, you think truly, you know, life is such a blessing. And, you know, you young ones who are sitting here thinking, you know, that's not going to happen to me. But life is moving at such a fast pace. And, you know, you look back and you reflect and you think, if only I had my time again, and if only maybe I had the right guidance, somebody to say to me, you know what, take value and value these things and use them wisely. Maybe I wouldn't have made so many mistakes in my life and gone back full circle and then realized that, you know what, I actually need to do things in a certain way. So inshallah, there's always, whilst we still have life, there's always time to change and there's always time to reform and get ourselves back on track. So inshallah, if you've benefited from this, it's purely from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Any mistakes are my own. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.